Okay, so I'm starting the recording. I guess I will be recording for a small amount of time, but we will continue this later on. But I just recently created a folder. I recently created a folder. It is here. So this container folder we will open in terminal, and we need to extract some files. So main.cpp, I guess, and container.cpp, container.h. Okay, we can open this in VS Code. Yeah, so we have it here. Cool. We can close this and we can press this VS Code. Yep. So now we can navigate between everything. So okay, so okay, cool. So we have files and we will write the boilerplate code. Why I can't write the boilerplate code? Okay, never mind. Slash include. Myself. IO string and so the context of this is we will discuss the context later on, but mainly the context is that so you will get the abstraction or the context we are trying to later on, or maybe in the next video, but we are making a class which is named container. So let's do this. So it's an interesting thing. I got an idea and we are trying to implement it. That's it. Contain. Okay, was it container storage? Okay, slash define. Okay, that's embarrassing. And slash and we make the class container. Okay, this is okay. So you need the semicolon. So class is generated. That is, and we just need some member variable. So first we will declare a static member. Yeah, so static member variable integer, and it is named default AULD capacity container, which is let's say 10. Okay, and yeah, so we need to initialize it later on in the implementation. We will make a static. Maybe let's use like that, or let's see that this is legacy syntax. Let's use new syntax using type equal to int or value type. Okay, and what we will do is make some public variables, which is let's say integer, or sorry, using the value type, which is pointer to the value type, and let's not make it an integer, let's make it a character. Cool. And that is also okay, fine. So a member variable which is items, fine. And what we can do next is so we can also examine the size of the this array. Not it needs not to be a pointer, and I guess that is enough. Okay, and another thing, we also need the capacity. Yep. So we also need to determine the capacity. So what I'm trying to do is let's go to and okay. So what we will do is and cool. So I'm trying to make a container, then array. So we already made this array. Because it is a value type, which is essentially a character. So I could have written character, but the thing is we can just change it to integer at any point of time if you like, double if you like. Okay. So what we will do is make a container and duplicate this multiple times. And okay. I'm assuming something like this. Okay. So, so we initiated with the default capacity 8. So default capacity equal to 10. Okay, and we are keeping the track of the size and the capacity. So the default capacity, the maximum value it can store is 10. We know that for sure. Okay, and what we need to do is, let's say I input some values here. Let's say A and B, not B. Okay, C, D, like this. So now the capacity, sorry, the size is 4 currently. We used M size here, and the capacity is essentially 10. And the thing is, this is currently equal to the default capacity. So this is currently equal to default capacity. So we know that. So this is for sure. Okay, let's make it a little bit nicer. Not exactly, because we cannot see it. So what we know is, the size is 4 and M capacity is 10. So what I want to do is make an array. So we know that string is a character array. So string is essentially a character array, but we know that the it does not allocate memory dynamically. That is for sure. So what? Let's say if we made a character array. So character array. Let's say character array of 10. But after storing 10 characters, we can't expand. So that is not a great thing. Yes, we can use STL container, a proprietary STL containers provided by C and STL IDs. But that's not cool to use them. Never mind. But we will make our own. That's the thing. Okay, so I'm trying to make my own container with this logic, simple logic. So we will go to VS Code, and so we have a default capacity. We will initialize the default capacity in the implementation of and we have the value type. We have public. Sorry, this needs to be privatized. This needs not to be accessed. And what we can do is now make constructors and destructors. Cool. So let's make a constructor container, and it will accept. It will accept a const value type, which is, let's say, item, which is entering this. Okay, let's say as a reference. So it is accepting. So we will add the implementation later. Okay, and function definition not found. We will make this happen later, and we can also make a distract. Where is the restricted? And we don't need anything here. Okay, another thing I would like to do is make an abstract class for inserting the strings. So to make the code clean, so I'm struggling with making the code clean for a lot of time, because to increase scalability, we might want to make an abstract class or abstract interface. We want an abstract interface to handle stream instructions. Okay, so we will make an abstract interface. So here it is. So ls show my token. Okay, I might need to hide that, but I just shown my token here. Cool. Never mind. But we will make a directory for interfaces ls, and cd into interface ls and touch the stream insertable interface. I guess it is enough to do something like this. Stream insertable.h. Cool. Now we ls and we have to make. Okay, so we need to make an interface and inherit from that interface into this file, so that we can we can just do simple things such as print this container into the file. Okay, main file. So hash include no okay, container. So okay, slash include the container.h, and what we will do initialize these member variables. I don't even know how to initialize. So that is dumb. Okay, now so most probably it is something like this. It is something like this, but I don't know. Let's see. Never mind. But we will make this work in some time. But let's initialize the constructor itself. We will copy this. Cool. Yeah, bro, I'm working. Yep. So what we will do is initialize this with some values which are given to us as items. So the const value type as reference our items, and we have m items. But we actually don't need an item. We actually don't need an item, or we just need a character array. Okay, let's leave this for once. We will add that functionality later. But yeah, we will add that functionality later. And we don't need anything right now. We just need make an implementation like this. Cool. Okay, or we don't even need that. We will require an integer, which is capacity. So we might want to use a capacity. So just let's say p for parameter, and initialize the m capacity as p capacity. Cool. So this is enough for now, and we might also want to delete this array, because it is allocated in heap. It's not yet, but it will be when we make the constructor. We will make the constructor. Okay, let's also get the character array. So let's get the character array with the character pointer array, or not the point. We don't need a pointer. We'll copy the interface itself, and let's do this. Fine, we are getting the character, and we have to allocate memory from the heaps. We can't essentially this here, unfortunately, but fast essentially. So what we have to do is use the m items and initialize that. So we need to run a for that, and why is size t undefined? Because we haven't included hash biostream, I guess. Yes, I don't know why it is even probably there might be some issues with the translation units. Okay, never mind, but we can fix that later in the extension files. Edit the compiler path, and yeah, it is clang, so it should be this should work now. This should work actually, but never mind, we don't care about that. So the for loop, and we will initialize this with some count. I don't know why the count is not given in because there's a thing called count here. Okay, this is kind of dumb. I'm writing a notepad. Okay. Bro. Yeah, this is working now. Cool. And GCC. So we need the count. So the count should be character arrays size. Let's yeah. So we need the size of character. So size car, but we are defeating the purpose actually of doing something like this, using the character array here, because we are already using value type, so that we can use it, we can change it anytime. So we just add a value type. Yeah, so we add a value type, and this is ch. So what should I name it? INPRR, let's say NARR, something like this, and we will create size t by NARR equal to size of, and the size of, so size of NARR's a index if it contains anything, and just the size error. So we have the size here. Yes, so we have the size in the loop, and now we can what we can just do is copy. So this is very simple logic. So we can assign some memory to the m items. Okay, to get it initialized first, because it is a constructor, what we will do is give it some memory. So yeah, so we will essentially give it some memory. Okay, let's see. The container value type is not enough. Yeah, so I gotcha. Value of type container value type a car cannot be sent to a container. Essentially, it's a pointer. So, oh, sorry, we also need a pointer here, and assign some memory to it. Okay, let's move on. So we were trying to allocate some memory to this dynamic array. Okay, to do that, we have the m items array itself, and we will allocate manually memory with the size of m capacity of value type. So we have allocated the memory here, and we also converted the size of that, which is an array, and we will what we will have to do is run a simple code for the size after the calculation, and then we can just add them simply. Okay, I guess this is, I don't know, never mind. But this is a constructor. Okay, and this end starts in a, and now we can take the in array and push that to the m items, and okay, what I'm doing. Okay, I, so the its I would be in arrays I. Yep. Now we have successfully built a constructor for the following, and a destructor which can delete them items at any time, the allocated memory at any time. Okay, so next task is to also print it on the console, which is I would just print the m items itself, m items index each time. That's it. Cool. Okay, std, I guess just, yes, no member count. Well, that was never the case in my town. Okay, cool. Quick fix, include path gcc 12. Okay, where is gcc x64? This will eventually work out, I guess. Never mind. Okay, this will, I guess this will compile. This will compile for the, and I also compiled this again. GCC star.cpp slash interface interfaces in interfaces. Okay, I'm already in interfaces, that's bad. Okay, GCC star.cpp interfaces slash star.cpp again, so we can compile this. Yeah, so I get it. STDIO base, there is no reference to IO base. Never mind, bro, we can work around. So will it compile now? No. Undefined reference to stdio base init. Okay, I'm compiling it with GCC. I should have been compiled with GCC. My bad. This is still compiling. The issue is just with VS Code. But let's build this. Let's execute this file actually. So it's doing nothing because main.cpp has no implementation of this class. So we will include the class which is container.h. Yes, exactly. And we will build a container object. Container object. Do we have named as container? I guess so. Yep. So container 1, let's say, and we can just initialize it. So what? So one thing is the peak capacity should be equal to default capacity, as we have already discussed. So that we shall have a default capacity if it's not passed, apparently. So here, if the default capacity, let's say 30, which itself is not defined yet, but okay, the container is undefined, and then we have to add the string or the character array. Yep, so we need to add a character array and which is essentially Rishi. Cool. And we will push that character array here, arr. This should work. In identify container is not defined. Yep, so this is a C++ error. We will get to it later. Sorry, not C++, but this default argument missing for the parameter container. Yes, so what we have to do is we will do this later on when we will define it in the implementation file. Yep, now it should work. Yeah, it is compiling, but with some warnings. We will get to them, and first let's try to run it. Yep, so it's printing Rishi, but it is not, it has an issue. It is also printing this bullshit. Let's see why. So we are running for the size, and size is the in array which we are providing. So the in array essentially is, what is the in array? The in array is Rishi, but we don't have an null termination because it is not a string. So we need a null termination. Oh, how to even null terminate? Is it /n? I don't even know. Yes, now it is working because the null array character array is provided to it. And we should also not use endl because it should be printed in the first line itself. Okay, and yep, this should work. So we are printing Rishi here. This is fine, and now it is working as it should be, but we also need to manually add /n in the character array, don't we? Yes, we want to do this, so we want to do that also, but what we should do is after the whole for loop, we will just add the size +1 equal to /n itself. This should apparently work. Not m capacity, m items. So this should work, okay, and we can std count this, but this will essentially print an address of the m items. I would like to show something. So if we just go here, or even I would have it itself here. Okay, so yep, here it is. So this is something which I'm writing bit by bit. So okay, let's first go to strings or character arrays. So first let's understand something about character arrays. Declaration of character arrays. This is the standard declaration of character arrays. So we know that. The null termination. So the character array can be printed directly on the terminal. So one thing is you can just count this character array out. You don't need that through the printing. Though the printing does not stop, even after the indices are out of bound. So see, the issue is if you have a character array like this, you can just directly print that on the console. But the issue is it will not stop because of the null termination. So it won't know when to stop because of the null termination. So you need to append in /0, not /n. Exactly. So the /n also worked because it just printed an extra character in there. So yeah. Yeah, what is the issue, bro? Here content is undefined. Okay, so we just can print the m items directly as we know. Cool. So if I do this is working. We can print Rishi directly. This is fine. So if we go to that book again, not a book actually, document, this is called improper null termination. To correct this, we have to manually add a null termination by adding /0 as another element. Compilers auto null terminates while using literal C string. So we are also using literal C string here. So we don't even need this /0 because we are providing a literal C string. And if I just remove this array and directly add a literal C string here, which is Rishi, this should also work. As far as I know, this should also work. So this is Rishi. Compiler auto adds null termination while using the literal C string. Another way of null termination. Making an array with an extra indice than required. Yes, so we need to make an array with an extra indice. So the next step is we can see that we have a constructor and we are making an m items value type m capacity. Cool. This is an achievement, one achievement. So the next thing is concatenating, which should be simple. So, but the next thing I would like to do is making an interface which is stream insert. I have two files, interfaces within a folder named interface, a stream insertable and a stream insertable. Oh yeah, stream insertable's header and then. So let's class named the stream insertable, and what we would do is make a public function which is a pure function, so that this class will become abstract in itself. So virtual void, let's name this function stream insert. Okay, and this will essentially accept the ostream std ostream as a reference out this like this. Cool. And this will be a const function, so that we can use it constant object also, and we will equate this to 0 to make this a pure function. And let's first import the guards, include guards, stream insertable.h and hash not include, sorry, it is if and if. Cool. And define the same underscore h and /endf. Cool. Yeah, the include guards work in itself, and now we can include our IO stream. Yep. So the IO stream is essentially included. This will show an error because there is some issue in VS Code configuration, but we don't need anything from VS Code. It's just doesn't have any more power than. Or let's remove this also. Cool. So we have the stdio stream out. Cool. And we will make a function or the implementation here. So it is just a normal function which will accept the first. We will include the stream insertable dot h stream insertable dot should I okay, it's not even giving suggestions now. So insertable dot h, it is just notepad. But as we are including stream insertable, we are also including the stream here, so we don't need to do that again. If we will do that, we will receive an error. So that is good. The stream insertable is with us. The next step is to make a function which will return ostream as a reference for chaining purposes. Okay, cool. And we will overload the operator, this operator, so that we can use this operator for directly printing the inherited classes from this class, from this abstract class, and we will also accept the ostream so that we can return the ostream and the operand. So the operand is again the stream insertable class itself, insertable as a reference and operand. Cool. Yeah, this is VS Code there, I guess. Yeah, so we are using GCC. We should be using G++. Okay, I don't care, bro. Alright. So the next thing is using the function. So the operand dot stream insert, and it will also accept out as far as I know. So it would accept out. Yep. So we are giving that out, and we will also befriend the function. This function we have to also befriend in the class. So the friend function, this is our friend function for the class. So this should work. Cool. And actually the code should run actually. Yeah, this is compiling as it should. We can also use vim, like neo-vim or something. Yeah, so this is working. So what we can do is use the container class and inherit publicly from the stream insertable class, and we will also include the stream insertable space interfaces / stream insertable dot. Yeah, this works. So we will inherit from the stream insertable class publicly, and we can implement this virtual void and override this. Yeah, so destructors and here. So virtual function, let's paste this here, and we will create this and const override and add the implementation for this stream insert. Okay, this is some VS Code errors. I have to fix them. Wait a second, but we will just do out and chain and return this essentially. Wait a second, we are returning it in the bfriend function, the friend function, which is this one. So the operator overload is already doing the work for us. So we just need to print the statement or whatever we need to print regarding to the stream insert or the container. So we will do capacity first. So something like this. So the capacity is essentially, this is the capacity, m capacity. Okay, then we will print and comma, and then we will print the content, let's say content, because we can directly print a character array on the console. So we will just do m items and another comma, and we would also want to print the size. So let's do this. Do size here and underscore size. And we can just do this comma essentially, or rather add a closing bracket. So now we can also insert the string. Cool. So if I just go here and out this directly, or let's just import the namespace here. Okay, and here is our namespace, and we can just now find container 1 and also chain this with an handle. So this should work now. Yep, this is working. There are some errors. Okay. There are some very basic errors. Let's see. In container.h, yeah, so there should be a semicolon here. I guess it should work. Yeah. Let's check everything. In the member function virtual void containers at 31st line in the container.h. This is the 31st line. Yeah, so we are not even adding a semicolon here. Yeah, there are two semicolons which is missing. Now let's print this. So this is working. There are some warnings here and there, but we can run this. So see, we are making this work. So the size is something which is not working. Let's see why it is not working, and we can remove the constructor printing. So we don't need this. So we won't print this on the construction, but the size is not what it should be. Okay. Why is that? Because we are not even initializing the size in the constructor. That is why. Yeah, so we are not initializing the size in the constructor. That is why this is returning us a random value in the console. So size equal to the size. Yeah, this should work. Now this should work. So the size is 8 for some reason. However, the content is 5 characters, which is Rishi. So if it would have been 6, I would have understood. But okay, that is bad. That is very bad. So let's do something to get rid of that. Let's try to print what is the calculation of the size here. Okay, so there is some random value. So this is not a correct way of calculating the size for something, some character array. Okay. Should we ask? Let's first try to ask the pilot or something like this, because this is a wrong way to calculate size, and I don't know how the food is even running at this speed. Sorry, oh my bad. Next thing we would try to do is figuring out this 8. So why this is 8? Okay. Let's see this straight. The size we are receiving 8, and the in array should be 6 because this is Rishi. Rishi is 5 plus the null character, which is 6 essentially, and I don't know why it is still 8 as of. Okay, so we can also, I guess, include the library iomanep. Iomanep, I guess, as far as I know, and we can also try to do something like this. So std size, and then we can print. Okay, end the line here, and then we can print the size, which is the size of the input in array. And if I build this and run this, I can't even see. Okay, but it's not printing anything as of it. Okay, we are allocating some memory here and there, and then building a size, printing size. This is finally saved. Okay, let's be a classic debugger to do something like this, and dots. Okay, yes, we are not even building the file because which is one is this. Okay, second is this, and let's first clear because this is stupid. Or what I would like to do is place the terminal here, close this so that we get some more breathing room, and we will also close this one. We have only 4 files, okay? And now we have a long terminal also. So okay, let's build the file. Why is this T out? I don't know that. Okay, so the let's understand the size, std size, no matching function. Is will this work? Yeah, this works. Okay, Now let's print this. So we are printing 8 for some reason. Okay, if I go and put another name and now build this, we're still printing 8. Is this fixed? Yeah, it is for some reason it's just printing 8. Okay, now let's first see the warnings and why it's not printing out. So yeah, so we'll make the console a little better. Clear this, compile this one more time so we can get all the warnings starting from last. So in function this, we're not returning anything. So this is a simple one and this is a simple issue. We can solve this just by returning our promised outstream. We promised to return this. So now build this. Yeah, so the error is reduced, I guess, essentially. Yep. So in container, yeah, so this is the constructor. Size of array function parameter in ARR will return size of container value type pointer, a character pointer, and std size is not declared here. Our value type is character and we are accepting a character array. That's so. Is that so now? We are accepting a character array. M capacity. In function int main warning ISO C++ for bits converting a string to container value. Okay, the one issue can be if you try to fix this, just build a character array first, like a real person, and then initialize this like a string, and then pass it here. So what we are passing is a character array, and they should accept this. Okay. Let's build this again. Yeah, so we reduced almost every error except the size error, which is a okay. So let's try to ask this from someone which knows more than me. Copilot, and I just need to enable this. I just need to disable that. That's what I do. Right, oh, that. Okay, not it will take. Yeah, so remove this. Go here. Now ask him. Width referring to warning is indicating the size of pointer. I have seen. So we are using the size of a pointer, not size of. Oh, okay. So what should we do instead? Okay, it is asking us to accept ARR size manually. That is something I would not like to do. That is something I would not like to do. But if just I don't want to talk to the user at the size, but manually calculate myself the constructor. How about that? If you want to calculate the size of the you need a template to reduce the resize. Okay, this is something which I don't know. Template for classes I don't know, but template for constructors is big of a deal to do. Okay, let's read what it's trying to say. If you want to define the constructor as a template reduces code. Is this dumb? With this approach, you need not to pass the size of the array when creating container object, that the size will be reduced automatically. How though? Let's understand. Automatically reduces the array with the constructor you are. Okay, that's why AI is certainly dumb. Okay, so for now, we will just ask user to add the size, which is kind of done. Can we use IO and SGB size? Okay, I get it. So it is very simple to do, and we will do this because it is just creating this as a template with the size t n, and we are passing the size t here, which is incredible actually. This is a smart thing to do actually. Now we have n as the size of the array. So okay, this is fire. So we have n as the size of the array. Okay, will this work? He solved the issue. Okay, I get it what's happening because we are just going to create template. That's it. There are multiple errors. Yeah, sorry. So we just do this. Okay, well, first remove this. Fine. Build this again. Clear this. Build this again. Now check the errors. Yeah, so error declaration as area of references. So do we need to pass this as a reference? No, this is an address now. Area of references. We need to contain references and then pass it. Bro, this is random, but let's see. He did. According to this guy, we can just copy this. However, we know what is happening. Just not copy and paste this. Let's go and paste this. Okay, this is not intended. The intention is not right, but we can work around with that, and this should work according to him. Control L also. So run this 11. Essentially the issue is 11. 5 AHUJA. So this is AHUJA is 5th. It is 5th. Well, basically it is 10, but it is giving 11 because we have the null character also. So if I just put some small word and recompile the code, recompile the build, we are getting 6, which is okay, which is good enough, and we will also put the size as n of because n essentially because the capacity defined by the user is essentially 30. So we can't exceed when it is at the limits, but we will automatically expand that. That is not really good. Now we can just remove the printing of this, and we can recompile the code, build it again, and we can see. Okay, we can see the capacity is 30, size is 6. So we are using 6 out of the 30 capacity initialized by the user, and the content is addition. Cool. So you're successful in building a container where we can define the initializing capacity, which can hold a character array, and we can also print it on the stream with this interface. This is good. The next step would be concatenating the both of them. So we can make a member function. Yeah, so we can make a member function. That is why I do done copilot. Okay, so disable this. Restart sessions. Yes. It will not show this. It will not show any sessions. Yeah, so member function. The first member function I would like to build is. So it is recording here. So and the next member function I would like to build is essentially a function which concatenates two strings. So we will accept. Okay, what we do is accept another whole string which will be added to this one because it is already initialized. Cool. And it will return something. Will it return something? Nothing. Okay, it will return a bool if it is successful. Let's make it return the bool. So let's make it cat. The function named cat, and we can accept character array, but not character array, value type character array, and also make this a template. I guess template of size t and n, and we can ask it to accept a value type in array of n of append ARR. Cool. So the implementation is fairly simple. We just copy the same code. It's not exactly the same, but we will work around with this. Okay, so one is n. So the size t would be append ARR size. Size is n. We know this, and the size of our we need to be a little considerate about what we are doing. So we will first generate a new array. Cool. We will first generate a new array and give it and build some and provide it some space, some kind of space, which is value type, and the capacity would be what should be the capacity, the current size of the current size and plus the new size we are receiving from the append size. So this is a new array which we are receiving. So what I would like to do is first debug a little and just count the new ARR 1 to the append ARR size, and I would like to do is ask the container one to the container one to cat Ahuja in there. Will this work? Yeah, this should work. So we will print both of them back and forth after this. So this is how we essentially debug. Okay, there are so many errors. Okay, let's build ch2 first and pass ch2 essentially. Okay. Yeah, so let's see the error. Okay, warning, no return statement. We will return this, no issues. So long unsigned n equal to 6. So this is a size t. M size, what is M size? Okay, size t is final size. Okay, let's do new ARR size and do M size plus append ARR size and push this here, new ARR size, or I will expect it to do some kind of implicit conversion by itself. It's not doing it. Okay, so the issue is this is a size t, this is an integer. So what we can do is just typecast this to size t. Is there some issue now? Type def unsigned. Yeah, so this is a type def unsigned integer, which is size t. What is this? This is size t also. What we can also do is ask for an integer. Remove this. Will this work? Because now this is integer and this is also an integer. It will be an integer in some time because it is come from n and n is a template of an integer. Okay, I need to read the array, the error again, I guess. So let's control. What combination of keys? Wait a second, I'm just confused. Yes. So the error is in indentation of bool cat with n equal to 6. Can we just remove them and okay, the one issue is this should also be an integer. Yes, okay, never mind. What we will do is just remove them. Run this. You just can't print the new error because it's not fixed. Cool. So there is no issues, just some type error conversion, that is essentially it. So we can just, I believe we can just do this manually. Will this accept size t? The error is at the 30th line, no, 40th line. So this is the error line. Can I do this? Still not. I still can't do this. Okay, my bad. This should be a pointer, I guess. Okay, exactly. This should have been a pointer. That's it. My bad. This is a very dumb error. And now we can essentially print the whole array. Yeah, this works. So we can print the whole array if I do this. So what we are doing is printing the same thing, but we are also concatenating it. We are calling this function and printing these. So the new array contains anything, so we won't be able to print anything from the new array itself, but we can assign dynamic memory to the new array. And now we can run a function and start assigning memory, the old memory, to the new array. New array index is, first we will assign the old memory, so it is essentially the old memory already. Okay, and we can run also another for loop simply. And okay, this is some bad code. First issue, let's make a logic first. We can go to Scalidra and build some more logic essentially. So we already have a old array. I would like to go here and copy paste this. Okay, Control D and bring it here. So this is my old array. Okay, I would duplicate this, and I'm just providing what I want to append in this array. So I'm providing it with E, F, G, and H. Okay. That's it. I'm providing this, and that's it essentially. Cool. And what I would like to do is now build a simple array. Duplicate this and fill the remaining space with these, like this. So this is what we want to achieve. This sounds simple. Cool. We are receiving this array, and we have this array. We just need to append this here. One thing is we can already use strcat because we have already assigned new memory to that. Okay, to that array, but we don't want to do something like this because we have a new array already with assigned memory equal to this array. We just want to append that everything. First append this and then append that. Can we do memory exchange there? What I mean by this is let's assume we have enough capacity to accommodate that in the M items. In the M items, we have enough memory to accommodate that. Let's assume. So we won't even make the new array. We won't do anything. Let's assume that we already have the new enough capacity to accommodate that. We just need the size of that new array to add that. Okay. Let's go. Let's don't make a new array. We just want to append that this. That's it. Isn't it? Okay, let's think about it. new array. What we need is size. We know the sizes, but where is the size? So we will reduce the size by 1 and start pushing the new character element to that. But that is very simple. So the index, what is the index and what is the size? The size is the size of the append array size. That is sure. That is for granted. Cool. And we don't have the new array now, but we have the old array, which is m items. And what is the index we want to append that? What is the index we want to append that to? Which is m size. M size is the last index, and we want to append it to the last index itself, not the next index, because the last index already contains /n. So what we are doing is, let's see. Here we will duplicate this, add it here. So this is my old array, which contains the null termination character, and I want to. This is the size of this is ends here. So this is the last size. The size ends here, okay. And what I would want to do is start from here, appending from here, so that and the thing is, we already contain appending the termination character here, so we can start appending from here, not from the next one. Cool. So we'll start appending from here plus the I. So I is 0 for the first case, which works for me, and we will start appending the array we got, which is append array and I. So append array starts from 0. This should work essentially, and we will count std count the m items, not m items. Yeah, so we change the m items, so we should count that. Cool. So this should work now. Is this working? Okay, this I just compiled it another time. Okay. Yep, sorry. So let's run this and run this. Okay. Wait for a second. Am I missing something? What we are appending is Rishi itself, but the content is not changing for some reason. Let's do it over here. Now do this. Hooja is not editing the original m items. Okay, so the appended array is Hooja. We are printing that. We don't need that. Well, let's just don't do this. But okay, we will start working for the append array and gotcha. Let's remove this. Do this. Let's build this. Run this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This works exactly what like we anticipated. This is the m items should be appended items I. And add m size plus I. So this will indicate a debug statement. That 6 should be A, 7 should be H, 8 should be A, something like this. And we are doing this to M. Add the m size plus I on the m items itself. But if we are printing m items again, it is not working for some reason. Why the hell is this goddamn Rishi? How the hell is this goddamn receiver? Okay, if I just print a sixth element of this is A. What the actual fuck? The sixth element, okay. After concatenation, this is working. So we are appending this to the size of the append array. This works. If this would be an integer array, this would have been so easy because that would be 0 and we're just changing that to 0 and that is fine. Oh, okay. Where is the constructor? So size, we are running that for the size of so the size, the value, it has a capacity of an item which is 30. Size is still 6 for some reason, for God's sake. I don't know why, but what kind of information we are printing? Let's print 6th element of one issue is we are not incrementing the m size with by self. Okay, so we can see the size is increased but content is not changing possibly. And what is the content? It is m items itself, by the way, mind that. Okay, but if I just got them loop for loop for m size and print let's count, just std count, the m size is index at the stream insert function. And what's the issue here? Oh, it is m size m items. AHU. For some reason it is just AHU. However, we are appending Ahuja, but it is AHU for the m size. We would just change the m size equal to plus equal to n, or append array size. Yeah, this works. So this is Rishi Ahuja, okay, but the content is not printing in them items for some reason. So we will not print this, I guess. Is this a cheating? I don't know, but will this work? Yes. Oh. Okay, and we are then printing Rishi, and we are also printing the closing brackets, I guess. And now we print line. Let's do this. So now what we did in the whole whatever this is. Okay, let's first make this clean and add this in container, the implementation, the static container. Yep, this should work. And wait a second. Okay, this is bad. Something like this. Didn't need the whole code. This code inside this, and also this essentially inside this, plus I also need to change whatever is in here. Yeah, so this should also be changed. So Yeah, this should work, I guess. If we just remove this should essentially work, should it? First one, okay. This is an integer. Wait a second. So at global scope, expected unidentified qualifier integer. What? Okay, let's just start with it. I'm not. I'm kind of tired. Call it myself. Language model unavailable. What do you mean by this? Okay, let's ask load. Here is the syntax for declaring the static member. Except declare the static member. I guess I have declared static member. Okay, so we don't need to say it is static. So we have done it already. Now it should run. So now it should run. I guess it is not how it works, but declare a static member. We have we already did that. Let's see. This is the code to do that. The basic thing. We did that. Now let's copy this. Go here and paste it here. Okay, this was dumb. Let's be real. This was me being a fool. Cool. So let's I had to stop to do some noise. Yeah, so we did this by the help of that a cloud or whatever. So the issue was very simple. We get it, and we need to undo shit here, and we don't need a conceptual initializer because we are using a template for apparently we can just do this for our destructor. Yeah, so we can do this for our destructor actually. So let's do this. Wait a second, I will just disable this start extension. Okay, container destructor. Now we can build the destructor and delete some items if we need it. Cool. And one thing is, yeah, can we do this also? Let's see essentially. And add container here. Yeah. Will it work? Okay. Yeah, so we can't do this. Okay, so this is the code. This is cool code. Is it? So what we did is build a class which is a dynamic feed and that I will also do this equal to the default so what we did is we can just put characterize in them. Let's build a default value. Then we can print that in the string with the string set interface. And then we can concatenate two of them. And this is fine actually. So let's run this. Run the out. What just happened? should okay, so we have to provide default argument for them also. Don't know what I'm doing with my life, but apparently, yeah. Okay, and I guess we don't need to return a bool. You can work with we can return a bool apparently when we will expand the array if there is. So the next thing we will do is expand it if there is not enough space for the concatenation process. So there are no warnings, nothing, and everything is working smooth. And you can see this. Let's do it something. Let's do it another name with another name, and yeah, this works. This is what we can print it directly in the string, so we can make character arrays. We can initialize our container with our default capacity or maybe the defined capacity. We can with the character array, and we can print them with a stream insertable interface which we built proprietary, and then we can concatenate the container and that ch2 the another string we passed. Oof.